But I'm all the time being very careful that I'm not muddying up my colors and or losing the the little nuances of the shape. For example, the wrinkles or the little bumps in my forehead, which may not be important uh, to you, but for me, it's the painting of those little bumps, and more than the painting of them, it's the seeing of them and then the duplicating of them that becomes important in this particular process. So, and and that is not because I want to be tedious. It's because I want to do it. I want to see if see how to do it. I'm just a painter's constantly learning about how to do things all the time. This is starting to look pretty good. One of the things that you want to do is to now and again just cover up the stuff you're not working on, and just look at what you are working on. And sometimes your mind allows you to get too confused if you look at the other stuff. I'm going to work my way down this painting, but right now I want to make sure that the area that I'm working on that I'm getting right. Now I went back and I'm adding a little bit more yellow value because I see a little bit more yellow up in here. By yellow I mean the color that's a bit more ochre oriented. Because now, in the process of this picture, what I'm really thinking all the time is, this is real. This is a realistic painting, and I want it to be as realistic as I can make it. And it will be realistic if I follow my own process properly. So, I'm going to carry this. I'm not going to allow myself to make a mistake on it. I probably will make a mistake, but in my brain, I'm trying to do it as accurately as I can. Now up in here, now I have some few little bumps, and I mean I could just as easily leave them out. It wouldn't make any difference to anybody who's looking at this picture. But to me, I'm going to try and put them in there because I want to. And the way I've done it is I've gone back with a little darker color, and now I'm going to go back with a lighter color, and highlight them. Now this highlight right on the top here, right there where the light's coming down off my easel, it's really, really bright. And so I'm continually going back and forth, using that as my main highlight in this whole painting. That's going to be the brightest thing. And so I want to keep it bright, so that I can see all other colors and highlights and shadows in relationship to that one thing. That's what gives me a sense of value. And also, that's what gives it form. That's what gives it depth of field. That's what gives it everything. It's if you can accommodate these light areas and dark areas and obviously the middle areas. And if you do those properly, you have a three-dimensional looking piece when you're finished. Because it's the effect of the light on any particular object which gives it depth and shape. You have to be very, very careful at this juncture that you don't get ahead of yourself. Because what happens is you get too much paint on it. And sometimes, well, most always, if you get the wrong, if you get too much paint too soon or too late, that's when you end up with mud and impure colors. So you always have to be conscious of that all the time. And as you can see, as I've already said, but I'll say it again, that I'm moving these colors around on this canvas, just like a sculptor would move around with his thumb clay on, if he was doing a clay bust of a picture. I'm doing the same exact thing, only I'm doing it with color. Now right in here on my forehead, you know, it comes out and it goes in and comes out again. You get quite a little shadow in here, but you have to really be careful with it. Now, I'm going to throw in a little bit of white hair over here. And sort of the reason that I'm doing this is, even though I know it's probably going to change, I'll probably change it. These distinct color changes in relationship to one another give me a better sense of the purity of color on the thing that I'm working on here. It's at times like this when I think I ought to get a haircut. Now, normally I would be wearing my glasses. I would be painting my glasses in this painting. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or if I'm going to put them in or not. I may later on. I won't put them in until after I've got the eyes in place. That may be just too complicated for this exercise here. I mean, it's not really that hard to do. It just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to put my glasses in. Okay.